Nether is full of secrets. For example, have you ever seen the Hoglin dance? Or what about the giant magma cube? Most people have no idea just how many mysteries the Nether holds. Things like the wearable piglin head, the Nether portal item, the burning boat, and much more. Starting with the Strider. The original Strider texture was very ugly. This is what it looked like, and it kinda reminds me of your mom. The texture after that wasn't much better. It was basically a budget version of the ghast. Yeah, Minecraft doesn't always make sense. Like, why is the Elder Guardian considered a boss? You can easily beat it only using your fist. I mean, there's no way you could defeat the Wither like that. Well, unless you're Wodzy. In 2020, this guy defeated the Wither by running around in circles and punching him with his fist, which is very impressive, considering most people would die within a few seconds. Most people would also die if they fell into lava. And that's because they don't use doors. If you're quick enough, you can place down a door to create an air pocket and survive because of it. But Dadusak, doesn't the lava just burn the wooden door? No, it doesn't. Fire in Minecraft needs air. And since there are no air blocks around the door, it will never catch on fire. It's crazy that you can use lava to protect a wooden door from burning. But even that is nowhere near as crazy as divine travel. That is when you find the stronghold using the position of the Nether fossils. I'm not joking. This is a real thing, and it was used by Brentilda in his world record speedrun, where he teleported directly outside of the portal room, which made him the first player to beat Minecraft in under 10 minutes. That's how long it takes for this farm to produce 42,000 gold nuggets. You're looking at the world's most efficient gold farm. This beauty was built on the Psycraft server, and it produces 250,000 gold nuggets every hour. Why do they need so much gold, Dadusak? Well, they used it to build a giant cube made from 1 million gold blocks. Which is funny, because I'm trying to get to 1 million subscribers, and this gives me an idea. For every new subscriber, I'll place 1 gold block in my survivor world. So subscribe now to claim your own gold block, which will be in my world forever. Unfortunately, most things don't last forever, and that certainly applies to hardcore worlds. Even the very best players sooner or later die. Recently, that player was a loony.
Oh my god!
He died in his nether base, which is one of the most impressive builds of all time. Hardcore Minecraft is incredibly difficult, but what might be even harder is starting a new world in the nether. This is one of the toughest challenges in all of Minecraft, and I will try to complete it. Alright, so this seems like a pretty good spawn actually. I mean, apart from the lava. While I'm struggling to survive in the nether, I wanna tell you about Honkai Impact. Oh no, that's a hoglin. Honkai Impact is a free-to-play game with incredible anime-style graphics. Dude, I'm hoping this bastion has some iron. Ooh, gold block, I'll take that. You can play Honkai literally everywhere. It's on Android, it's on iOS, and it's even on Windows now. Give me pearls, boys. Yes, this is huge, oh my god. A new Honkai update just released, adding cool outfits, new events, and a brand new character. I hear a ghast. Dude. Okay, now you've sealed your fate. You've sealed your fate, buddy. Boom. What? He still lives? Okay, one more. There you go. My favorite Honkai character is the Hersher of Thunder. You can get her by doing event missions. Alright, check this out. Don't worry guys, IFRS. Download the game now using this code and you'll get 30 crystals, a bunch of asteroid, and a Hersher trial card. I told you, this Nether challenge isn't for beginners. To be fair, the Nether wasn't made for beginners. Even the very first draft was quite scary. It was called Hell World, and you'd spawn in a wooden house, which was on a small island, surrounded by an endless sea of lava. This was very sketchy, especially because fire used to spread incredibly fast. So if one of these trees caught on fire, all other trees would disappear in a matter of seconds. That's how ruthless fire used to be. Today, it barely does anything. If you play on peaceful, you almost heal faster than the fire can damage you. While playing on peaceful is certainly easy, it has its own challenges. For instance, you can't beat the game in peaceful. You get stuck in the nether because blazes don't spawn. At least this is what people thought, until that cheap guy proved everyone wrong. It turns out that in the version 1.0, blazes actually spawn on peaceful, albeit for less than half a second. But if you somehow kill the blaze in this time, you can get blaze rods, and therefore you can access the end. It's interesting how almost nobody knows about that, but even fewer people know that you can set your boat on fire. This is called the fire boat trick, and only a handful of players know about it. But Dadusak, why would anyone do this? Well, by setting your boat on fire, you can travel a little farther than usual, which can be the difference between a safe landing and a hot bath. Yeah, lava and boats don't really go together, but that's not an issue, because there is a much better way of crossing lava pools, and that's by building an automatic bridge maker. Lava has this weird mechanic where it creates basalt when it's next to these two blocks, and there is a ton of stuff you can do with this. You can build a crazy redstone machine like Mambo Jumbo, or you can make a super fast basalt generator that will produce more basalt than you'll ever need. Although there's an even faster way of getting loads of basalt, and that's by trading with this guy. Now I know what you're thinking. Come on, Dadusak, you can't trade with baby piglins. And yes, that's true, but I'm not talking about normal trading. I'm talking about duping. Before 1.16.3, you could duplicate any item in the game by giving it to a baby piglin. That included shulker boxes, which can be filled with even more items. Of course, Mojang patched this the moment it was found, but at least it was in the game for a few weeks. That can't be said for this hilarious hoglin animation, which first appeared in the snapshot phase of 1.16. One of the Mojang developers released a video on his channel showcasing a new hoglin dance that they would do after winning a battle. At first, everyone believed this because it was very similar to the piglin victory dance. However, it turned out that this was just a joke and it was never added to Minecraft. You know that feeling when you spend 20 minutes wandering around the fortress, checking every single corridor before finally stumbling across the spawner? Well, listen carefully, because if you know what to do, you can find the spawners in a matter of seconds. Every nether fortress is split into two parts. The part that has a roof never generates spawners, so look for the part without a roof. This one single tip will save you a ton of time, which you can then use to get more netherite, for example. But even mining for netherite requires the correct strategy. Most players have absolutely no clue what they're doing when they're looking for ancient debris. The best place to find ancient debris is at Y level 15, so if you're looking for it somewhere else, you're simply trolling. But before you start mining, make sure you're not below an ocean of lava. Also make sure that there aren't any basalt delta biomes around you, since both of these things will slow you down significantly. You're already gonna get slowed down by the mobs that spawn in your mine, mostly piglins and hoglins. Fighting them is quite annoying, but it's not as annoying as fighting magma cubes. Honestly, I think the magma cube is one of the most overpowered mobs in the game. The bigger it is, the more damage it deals, the faster it moves, the more health it has, and the higher it jumps. In vanilla Minecraft, magma cubes spawn in sizes 1, 2, and 4, but with the help of commands, we can exceed those limits. This is how size 10 looks like, but that's nothing compared to size 20, which gets completely overshadowed by size 50, but we can go even higher. You're looking at a magma cube of size 100, and the best part is that this isn't even the biggest one. By typing this command, you can summon a magma cube of size 127. This giant has more health than 32 wardens, and it deals more damage than a charged creeper explosion. However, the charged creeper can do one thing that the magma cube can't, and that's create mob heads. Those include the zombie head, the skeleton head, the wither skull, and the creeper head. But in the next update, you'll be able to get a brand new head, the piglin head. And I have to say, this instantly became my favorite. By wearing this head, you can trick other piglins into thinking that you're one of them. However, if you go too close, they will start attacking you. So in that sense, it's not as reliable as using blue fire, which piglins absolutely hate. Anything made from it drives piglins insane. I'm not sure exactly why, but hey, it deals twice as much damage as normal fire, so I guess it makes sense. This also makes the soul campfire pretty damn useful for all kinds of mob farm. But despite being much more dangerous than normal fire, it still doesn't beat lava. That's because lava deals 2 hearts of damage every half a second.
I'm dying. Help me.
Since you can't use water in this dimension, it's pointless having a water bucket in your inventory. On the other hand, having a lava bucket is much more useful than people realize. It can be used defensively, to slow mobs down and to kill them. And believe it or not, you can also use lava to clutch, since it slows down your fall. Although doing this is pretty risky. But either way, you should definitely bring a lava bucket with you. Just grab it right before you teleport, since every way of entering the nether requires lava in some form. No matter if you build portals chose the noob way or the pro way. The noob way is mining 10 obsidian with a diamond pick and building a portal with that. We've all done this at some point. But there are much better options. Today you can use lava pools, magma ravines, ruined portals, or even blacksmith village houses. However, nether portals aren't merely for accessing the nether. They are just as important for going back into the overworld. One thing you should try next time you're coming back is bringing a friend with you. If you take a hoglin into the overworld, he will turn into a zoglin. This is the most aggressive mob in all of Minecraft. The zoglin will attack everything around him. Villagers, animals, iron golems, and even hoglins. Whoever came up with the zoglin should chill out a bit. It's probably the same guy that added the nether portal item. That's right, before the update 1.8, you could give yourself a working portal block. It's only a matter of time before we see this in some fake speedrun video. Now of course this was only possible with the use of commands. And yes, Bedrock players, you also have a nether portal block, although it looks very different. I guess everyone knows that Java and Bedrock are different, but some of these differences are super random. For instance, on Bedrock Edition, you can deflect an incoming wither skull by shooting it with an arrow. And if that deflected wither skull hits the wither back, he will actually start taking damage. This makes fighting the wither a bit easier, but to be fair, having a little advantage doesn't hurt, since on hard difficulty, the Bedrock wither has twice as much health as the wither on Java Edition, which doesn't really make sense, since the average Bedrock player is twice as bad as the average Java player. Okay, calm down everyone, I'm just kidding. Or am I?